Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Oh, hey guys. Welcome back to Salem, Cellar. Today we're going to be discussing the craft and the craft legacy. I'll be right back. So today we're going to be discussing the craft from 1996 and the craft legacy from 2020 and just how I felt about both movies. So the original 1996 craft is about Sarah. She moves into a new town with her parents and her brother. So while she's at school, she meets these three girls who are practicing witches. They realize that Sarah is their fourth and they start doing spells with her. She slowly then comes into her power and becomes the witch that she's supposed to be. Now, the craft legacy from 2020 is very similar to that. It's about Lily, who moves to a new town with her single mom. They're moving into a new home with Lily's soon-to-be stepfather and his three sons. At school, she meets these three girls who are practicing witches, who then realize that Lily is their fourth. Lily throughout starts learning, wait, I have powers, I am a witch too, and grows into who she's supposed to be. So both movies were very similar in that aspect. So now I'm going to go into how I felt about both movies. The original movie to me is a classic. I love it from start to finish. It is one of those movies as a teenage girl that just, is exciting. It's just, you can relate to every single character. There's character development, like backstories about each one. One is facing racism in school. The other one is facing a medical issue. And Nancy, it just comes from like a really dysfunctional home life. The requel, the new craft legacy, there wasn't really any character development. You find out a little bit about Lily, and I'm going to be throwing out spoilers, so if you haven't seen the second one, then you should probably stop watching now. But you find out Lily doesn't know who her father is, and that's really it. She's a teenage girl going through teenage problems. And then the three girls that she meets, you really don't know anything about them. They're outcast and they're not really popular. They got made fun of a little bit and picked on. You know that they're witches, they're practicing witches, looking for their fourth, but that is it. So my big thing is character development. I need character development because, like I've said in the past, if you don't have character development, you don't give a shit who lives or dies. So this one did not have character development, which kind of bothered me, but whatever, it is what it is. The OG craft was just very dark. It was a real horror fantasy movie. It was just something that I felt like I could relate to at the time. This one, I guess being a little older, teenage problems, I didn't really feel like I could relate to these girls as much. It wasn't really dark at all. And then this one, I kind of felt like it was like a TV show, something I can watch like on the CW. Not that I don't love the CW. I'm a big Supernatural fan and the Flash fan. But I think my biggest issue is I went into this thinking it was going to be like the original movie, and it really wasn't. I did enjoy some parts of it, and I did enjoy the ending, but so a little spoiler here. You find out later on that Lily is actually adopted, and Helen, who's been raising her, is not her real mother. And you then meet at the very, very end scene her mother, who's somebody from the cast of the original. That I loved. That gave me chills. That was a part that I really did enjoy. And the second one has warlocks in it, which the first one didn't have, which I thought was cool too. But I want to know a little bit more about these warlocks. I just want to know more of their story. Another spoiler, this stepdad is a warlock. Yes, he's a warlock. but you don't really know too much about him. The entire movie, you're just thinking he's kind of like a nasty, like, I'm a man, I'm macho kind of dude. But then you figure out, okay, he's evil and he wants Lily's powers. But I wanted more about him. Like, he's going on these business trips and doing some motivational speaking. Now, is he speaking to other warlocks, or he's actually just a real writer doing motivational speaking? So that kind of bothered me that they didn't really go into that story. There was just, I just felt like there was unfinished business. I wanted more, I needed more, I didn't get it from this. I don't hate this film. I just didn't love it. The original Craft will always be my favorite. I appreciate that they went back to it to try to remake it, but I didn't love it. I didn't love it. Now, I'm sure there's people out there that did love it and it's something that they can relate to, but just for me personally, it's not my top 10. So thank you guys for watching. Comment down below. Let me know which one's your favorite. Make sure you follow me on social media and like, share, and subscribe. I'll be right back.